buying a home in 2023 is gonna look a lot different. Everything's gonna be different, from inflation, the number of home sales, appreciation levels, home prices, everything. And in this video, I'm gonna give you some predictions for 2023. Where I see the housing market going based on what the experts are saying, for buyers, sellers, and investors, so that you can have an idea of what's going to be going on out there to help you make educated decisions. Hey friends, I'm Melissa Branson with Chamberlain Realty. And if you're planning on buying a house in 2023, the absolute best thing you can do is wait for it, not pay attention to those clickbait headlines and the media scare tactics. Most of their info that comes out is just bad news. You have to keep in mind that much of that data, it's based year over year. So of course the numbers are going to look bad when it's being compared to the beginning of 2022 when those interest rates were so low they were practically just giving away money. So you just have to understand and remember that when you're looking at the data, the world isn't falling apart and that market isn't crashing. It's just slowing down from year over year, which is to be expected. I mean, the last 2 years, we had the hottest real estate market ever. So as things start to slow down, such as the decline of the number of homes selling, and in some markets, home price drops, the doom and gloomers, the media wants to make it seem like the world is just falling apart. But, that's not what's happening. I want to talk about my expectations for 2023, where I see the housing markets going based on what the experts are saying to help you make educated decisions. So the first prediction I want to start with is the number of homes selling. The National Association of Realtors just came out and said that they are expecting 4.78 million homes to sell in 2023 nationwide. And this is down from 5.13 million in 2022. So again, with interest rates higher, affecting home affordability, this slowing of the number of homes sold, it's to be expected. We probably won't see the massive increase in this number unless either the interest rates come way down or the house prices fall drastically. So the next prediction for 2023 is interest rates. I do expect interest rates to come down a bit. The Mortgage Bankers Association predicts interest rates to be about 6.2% by the end of the first quarter in 2023, which it's pretty close to where we're at during the filming of this video. And they predict around 5.2% for the fourth quarter of 2023. Experts are kind of all over the place when it comes to interest rate predictions, which is understandable. I mean, so many factors contribute to the rates. Inflation, aggressive Federal Reserve policies, the war in Ukraine, and the fears of a recession. All of these factors have contributed to the current economic climate, making mortgage rate movements incredibly hard to predict. And because of this, the mortgage rate pros are recommending buying a house when you're financially ready and you can afford it, rather than trying to time the market. So just keep in mind that if you buy now, you'll likely have opportunities to refinance to a lower rate later on, whether that's in 2023 or maybe a couple of years down the line. Check out this video linked above about the two main things that every buyer needs to understand about interest rates. So my third prediction for 2023 is that housing prices will remain somewhat stable across the nation. Now, keep in mind that real estate is hyper local, meaning that just because something happens in one state, it doesn't mean that it'll happen in all the states. I'm located here in the OKC Metro, and we're in a different market than many places across the nation. We did see a lot of appreciation over the last couple of years, but we didn't see that crazy appreciation like markets like Phoenix or Vegas and even Austin saw. Oklahoma has made moderate growth over the past 2 years of about 17.85%. The experts believe that the markets that will see the biggest dip in home prices will be those that had the hottest appreciation. So that being said, it's not believed that we will be seeing a housing crash in any market. I also want to add that if some crazy stuff happens and the interest rates soar, that will affect home prices in a negative way. Although I'm not one of those people that believe that will happen. I believe inflation will come down, which will obviously help interest rates. And I believe that the market will remain relatively stable in most areas. And here in Oklahoma City Metro, I believe that we will still see a slight appreciation in 2023. Okay, so the fourth prediction for 2023 is inventory. What's going to happen to inventory? Is it going to pick up? So as we start January, it's going to be the lowest numbers that you're going to see all year, which is pretty typical. Inventory generally grows as we head to the middle of summer, as it peaks, and then it tails off towards the end of the year. Real estate is very seasonal. We see it year after year after year, and we probably won't see an influx of homes on the market here in the OKC Metro until about March. And some of this also depends on the weather. If we have a really nice spring, homes will come on the market a little bit sooner. Now, if interest rates stay high above 6%, we likely won't see a huge influx of homes come on the market because of what we spoke about before. But it will increase as the year progresses because that's what historically happens. But with that said, many sellers, are currently locked into those low interest rates, and they won't be selling unless interest rates come down a little, making it attractive to buy, or if they have a life change and they have to sell. Now, I want you to keep in mind that there will always be people that need to buy and sell, no matter the market, no matter the interest rates. Homes will always be put on the market and they will always sell. Right now, homes are sitting on the market a little bit longer than, what we've seen the last couple of years. But here in the OKC Metro, we're seeing the average days on market at about 32 days. And that's still historically low based on information before 2020. So of course, some of this is because of how sellers are pricing their homes. As you know, many sellers think their house is worth more than it actually is. So, if sellers overprice their homes, it will sit on the market longer, which will contribute to the growing inventory. But on the flip side, homes that are priced correctly are still moving fairly quick. I don't believe that we will see a huge amount of foreclosures or distressed properties or short sales hit the market. So most of the sellers out there are most likely sitting on some equity in their property, and they're likely going to have lower interest rates. So they'll be waiting on that certain number. And if they don't get that certain number that they are looking for, they could possibly, pull their house from the market and just wait. So my last prediction for 2023 is buyer demand. What's going to happen with buyer demand? Well, at the moment, it's stalled because of affordability and where the interest rates are, and also, because of the time of year. But as I mentioned earlier, I think interest rates are going to come down a little bit, and we will see more demand to be added back into the market. And this will help make it more affordable. Now, will it be like 2019? No, for most people, it won't be like that. We're not going to see those super low interest rates, and you won't be seeing the housing prices as low, but it will get more affordable. So as it gets more affordable, we'll see more demand on the market. And as we start the year, as I mentioned earlier, buyer demand, it's going to be slow. There will be more time for buyers to make a decision on a property, and it will be a good time to buy if the time is right for you and your family. 2023 will be a market where you're going to have to be more careful, just because of interest rates and because of everything going on with the economy. There's a good chance that we'll see the market just chug along sideways and not really change maybe for a couple of years. You just have to make sure, that you keep coming back and checking on the market so that you can be sure to make educated decisions when it comes to buying and selling in the Oklahoma City Metro. So I'm curious, where do you see the housing market going in 2023? Do me a favor and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Well, I hope you found all of this helpful. And if you like videos like this that give you market updates and insights on what the experts are saying, please let me know so we can be sure to make more content like this. Make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with all the local happenings in the current market in the Oklahoma City Metro and surrounding areas. Give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube will share it with others. Do you have more questions? You can call, shoot a text, email, drop a DM, any way that you prefer. My contact information is in the description below. Want some more information about buying a home? Check out this video about how much you really need for a down payment. Myths revealed. I will see you in the next video.